Hey everybody, welcome to this blueprint showcase. Today we find ourselves in the Dune Desert and our focus is going to be on the rail designs we are currently traveling on. This entire blueprint set is currently available on my Patreon and you can check it out via the link in the description or the pinned comments. I am planning on releasing a few more blueprint sets in the next few days, so I look forward to seeing a 1000 iron ingot per minute production tower, a very cool looking modular central storage, and possibly a subway system for hypertubes. We'll see about that one. These blueprint sets is what's needed for me to be able to complete phase 4. But let's focus on today's showcase, which will be my version 3 railway set. Okay, so we're in my creative world at the moment, and I just want to show you guys all the variants of the railway that I kind of make, and that's part of this blueprint set. So, for instance, if we take this one over here, this is going to be our 2 meter equivalent incline, so the 2 meter ramp equivalent incline, and this one will be the 1 meter ramp equivalent incline. And the reason why there's 4 tracks here is this one is a double set. So if I do this, you can see a double set, and this one is the shorter, or this one is actually the longer version of the 2 meter ramp incline, and this is the shorter version of the 2 meter ramp incline. So you can see it's a bit more abrupt, but for this one's a way more gradual when it comes to the incline and then also the decline. Now, the way this works is, if I go to blueprints here, you can see there's a joint right there, there's a joint there, and there's a joint there. And the way this works is this end piece here. So if you put a 2 meter, the 2 meter foundation ramp variant. So if you put a 2 meter ramp there, you'll see this incline here, this angle is exactly the equivalent to the 2 meter one. So the way this works is if you place this one set down and you grab, for instance, a straight section as opposed to this angle one, because you want this to go fairly up and then gradually go down again, you can just go to blueprint mode, auto connect, and you can just nudge this guy into position. And there you go. So if you want to continue on going up and up and up and up, let's say you're going to want to go up to like a massive hill or something like that, you can just basically keep on going. And you just have to every time just nudge it in position with the auto connect, and you can just keep going as much as you like. And then at some point, obviously, you want to now taper it off and you want to go, let's say for instance, level. So if I'm going to go over here to blueprint, I'm going to go to my version 3 double rail set, and in this case I want to go straight now. So I want to go from the 2 meter ramp to a flat section, so I need the connector piece. So if we look at here, so this is R3, so rail version 3, double 2 meter incline. We're not looking for incline, we're looking for a decline. Let's do a decline short 2 meter, there we go. So just lock that in position with your, while it's in blueprint mode, and just get it to the point where it auto connects. And then from here you can go and you can grab the 2 meters straight. So rail version 3, double straight 2. And you can just lock that one in there, and now you've got essentially, actually let's do this section at the bottom here as well, just to kind of like complete the picture. So now you can see you've got a flat section of rail that gradually goes into an incline and then tapers off again. Now you can even make this way more gradual. So let's say we want to go to the 2 meter long. So you put this one in here and just nudges again into position. And if we go and grab this one, no, I want the blueprint, and we can put this one here. Now you've got the same thing, but you've got more of a gradual, kind of like the gradual connection between the incline and the straight level section. So this is pretty much what this is illustrating here is you can go from straight, a bit more abruptly up at an angle. You can continue an angle as much as you like, and you can go down as much as you like, and then you just use these little connector pieces to connect the incline bit with the level bit. And then this is the same story, so this is also going to be on a 2-meter ramp equivalent. So you've got a straight and then a long incline, so more gradual kind of like increase in angle. It then tapers off to the standard one, which you can use over here, and you can just kind of like extend this as far as you like. And then from the level, you can go gradually down to another 2-meter ramp equivalent downwards angle, and you can end it off and you go straight again. So these ones are the same as that one, but this is for the 1-meter ramp equivalent. So you can see this is a lot more gradual in its slope and angle. And then this one is obviously the long version, and then you've got the same but just a short version. So just to better illustrate this, we'll come to those in a second. I can probably get rid of this one now. Here we go. So this is basically everything that's part of the that's part of the set from the rail point of view. So here you've got a 1-meter ramp. So this is what I meant by that angle. So the 1-meter ramp angle, so it's not 1-meter incline, it's 1-meter incline over that ramp equivalent. So what's that, 4 meters? 4 by 1 meter. So no, sorry, that's 8 by 1 meter. So 8 and 1, that's the ratio. Right, so we've got the first one, which you can see here, is 1-meter incline short, and then the same thing but 1-meter incline long. And you can see all of these kind of like start off at the level point, so at the straight ones. So this is again a 1-meter decline, and then the long version of that one. And then we move over to the 2-meter ones, which is basically the exact same as these, but with a sharper angle going up. Obviously I'm not going to do a 4-meter, I think that's a bit too extreme, and I try to avoid it in my world, which is also why I'm not including it into the set. But there you go. So 4-meter incline, short and long, and then a decline, short and long. Alright, and then just for a couple of, obviously we're going to need some turns. So we've got this turn here, which is, you've got the much more gradual turn to the left, and there's a right equivalent as well, and then this one is also a gradual turn to the left, and then this will be your standard 90-degree angle turn. And obviously you can make a full circle of this one if you like, but yeah, there it is. So just coming over to this one here, you can see this is the 3 straight variants. So you've got your standard straight, which is your level 1, your 1-meter equivalent, and your 2-meter equivalent. This is the ones that you'll basically be using in between all of these to kind of like flesh it out a bit more. Alright, moving on from the rail section, we're going to go to the support sections, and here you can see I've got 3 support variants that I'm using. So this is the version number 1, number 2, and number 3. And I personally prefer this one with the little green lights, just to show which direction the rail is going to go. And if you look at the other side, you'll see it's the same story. I put up a poll, a lot of people enjoy this one with like the light in the middle bit. But all of these they work exactly the same, and this is just variants of the same kind of like support structure. And then we've got the full ring one. This is very similar to my previous ones, the stacked rails ones. This is obviously now just side by side. Now the support at the bottom is how you kind of like link up these. So let me show you guys how to use this. So let me grab, I'm going to go to double. So we're looking for double straight. There we go. So let's say we're placing a railway right here, and let's connect it. Come on. There we go. Right, so now let's say you want to put a support section right there. So let's say we're going to go with, let's go with the one that was voted the most popular, which was this number 2. So when you want to go in and you want to place the support section out in the middle of this rail here, you can just use blueprint mode and just kind of like try to get it just to latch onto any point. And actually I've nailed it perfectly. But let me show you if you don't do it like that. You can just do it like this, and you can literally just nudge it in position as long as you know more or less where you want to put this rail section. So in this case we're going to put it right in the middle, so I'm just going to go between those 2 blueprints, and there we go. So once this one is in position, you can just place that bad boy down, and you want to go and grab the support. In blueprint mode, just kind of like aim at the bottom more or less. You'll see it will kind of snap in position, and you just need to nudge this one up, and I kind of like to do it right about there. And if you push this one down, I'll give it a second to build up. And there we go. So now you've got your support section in, and pretty much now the rail is effectively complete, at least for this section. Obviously here you can just kind of like nudge down, or just extend it rather. And there you go. So you can kind of like do these support ones, and if you for whatever reason prefer to do this one, which is obviously perfectly viable, just go to blueprint mode, just find a spot for it, and just slap in there. And if we go to the other one, I'll just put this at the end just to kind of show you guys. So I'll put it over there. Just going to move this in position, place it. And there you go. So you can add as many or as little or as few as you want of these supports. This little kind of like design section here, and then the support here. You can space them out as much as you like. What I tend to do is I prefer to kind of like space it out about 2 equivalents of this beam length. So that's going to be what, 80 meters. So I just kind of like take a beam and just do this, and now I know, okay, so if the first one's going to be there, I'm going to place the next one over there. And I just kind of like use the beam lengths just to make it easier for myself. But I mean, you guys can do what the hell ever you want. Alright, so this is just a demonstration of the double one, and then as you can see here, I've got the single ones as well. So if you want to put down a single rail, go to blueprints, version 3 single rails. We're looking for the straight again. I'm just going to place one section down here. And if you're happy with that position, let's say we're going to grab this one again. And just in blueprint mode, just find the snap point somewhere and just move it in position. And there we go. Whoops, it needs to go one that way, just double check it. And what I usually do is I kind of try to get, let me place it down and I can clearly show you. So that little bottom bit there and that top bit kind of like mixes in with that one there, then I know it's in position. And if you put a train on this one, I'll show you what it looks like. You go to train, you can now, it can come through here. So, and of course we've got the single point support as well, and again just kind of like go below it, nudge it up into position. It's a little bit of a micro nudge there, and there you go. So there's your single rail equivalent of that, and you can just kind of like do the support there and have your rails on top, then you can just go nuts. So I've got a little demonstration bit over here, let me show you. So this is going from a double rail into single rails. So here we've got the double ones going up, and right here I've placed a single one and then a single curve to the left, and it kind of like curves off and go off in that direction there. So you can kind of like split up the double one, have it meet somewhere, and then just join up again and just continue on from the double ones again. And that's it, yeah. So all of these are going to be available on my Patreon. This is going to be for my tier 2 patrons, and you guys will have access to all of this. And if you want to choose between this rail, my first rail iteration, or my second rail iteration, so the first one is this one, which is kind of nice, but I wanted to mix it up a little bit. So I made the second rail version, and I mixed it up quite a bit by doing a stacked version of it. And this one works quite well, but it's got its own benefits and drawbacks. And then this more kind of like standard one, which is what more people will be familiar with, is this one here, where I've got the same idea as the stacked version, but now just the side-by-side double one. So you guys can go nuts and just build out your train, like your railways like this, and you should be able to build a fairly extensive railway fairly easily. Do be warned that these support sections are quite pricey material-wise, so just make sure you stock up on a lot of steel beams. Right, so this set will be available on my Patreon. You can see the link in the description as well as the pinned comment, and you can go check out all the other stuff I have there available as well. There's also a bunch of free stuff, so feel free to pop in and grab whatever you need. As usual, I'd like to thank all my Patreon supporters. Your continuous support is what allows me the time to build all these kind of things, and I've got a couple of blueprint sets that I'm going to be making available throughout this week. These are all the ones I need for my phase 4 building in the Dune Desert. So that's it from my side for this one, and I'll see you guys in the next one.